And good Saturday morning to you. Hope your day is filled with sunshine. We've got a lot of that today. Right now, 44 as we wait for a high of 71 a little bit later. So it will be perfect weather. A little gusty, as I mentioned in the report earlier this morning. Make sure not to burn. This is not the day to do that. We'll discuss that here in a little while. But a beautiful day, and it does make you want to do some cleaning up. Pile it up and worry about doing that another day is the safest thing to do. Well, as we begin today, crime, kind of quiet. Isn't that good news? Don't have a whole lot of things to report in that nature. It's been a calm 24 hours, and Lord knows we all need a break, don't we? So we'll welcome that as we begin today. We did have some reports last night of what's going on in Causeyville. I think they were out playing ball, and there was some cops that went by. I think somebody eluded somebody on a traffic stop is the best I can tell you on that. We also had a report of a structure fire in the Paulding on Paulding Road last night. Those are a few things that went on overnight. As I said, it was a calm night for us, which is good. Which brings us to today, which is an excellent day. There's a lot going on in Meridian as we wake up and get this day started. This is getting underway at 9 o'clock. They're already in Downtown Meridian. If you hadn't had a chance to hear about the Allie Cat Run, that kicks off this morning. It will happen today. It's the 5K run, 2-mile run, walk. You kind of do what you want there. Kids are invited. It all gets underway at 9 a.m. this morning at City Hall in Downtown Meridian. So if you're driving around and wondering what it is, that's what's happening today. So I hope you can go out and support all of that. You can check that out. Also, a big day in the county as Martin Day gets underway. We welcome that as well as we pull this up. This is going on now. It kicked off at 8 a.m. this morning. They're going to be selling chicken plates, fried chicken plates, however you want it, barbecue, whatever you prefer. They've got that today, and it goes to support the volunteer fire department there. Car show, a whole lot more going on, which will also lead to tonight, the big auction that is going to be coming up to help Miss Lauren Pogue. If you hadn't had a chance to hear about that, they've been collecting items for most of the week, and this will also be at the firehouse tonight in Martin. It'll all get underway at 6 o'clock there. Come by and check that out. Maybe something that you want to bid on. I'm told there's a lot of great items as she has a long recovery ahead of her in the community. We still pray for her and hope that things get better. But I've seen video and she's learning to walk again. So we welcome that. But a benefit to help the entire family there. Lauren Pogue benefit auction tonight. Boland will be there beginning at 6 p.m. at the Volunteer Fire Department. Hope you can make it out and support that. That's a great cause. So how's everybody feeling today? Good morning, Kay Mathis. Hope you're doing good. Donna Roseman is up. Milton. Luce, how are you today? Good to see you. Bill is up, taking better of decab. Nothing better out in the Preston area. How are you? Rhonda Chambers Creel is up, and a few others up and at 'em having a cup of coffee today. Stay close. We're going to tell you what's happening around the state, what has gone on. We'll tell you all of that and more coming up at the Scotty Ray Report. Since 1985, Miss Rodney's Muffler Shop has been taking care of you. As a matter of fact, they're ranked as the #1 muffler dealer in the South Central Mississippi area. Still located on 8th Street where you can conveniently drop in. Well, they offer you all the Flowmaster and dual pipes that you'll need, any custom bending for your vehicle. They offer mufflers, muffler deletes, and even factory stock mufflers. They can even install a converter for you. 482-8211. 8 to 5 Monday through Friday, and they're open until noon on Saturday. Mark your calendars for the Spring Extravaganza Show coming Saturday, April 23rd. 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. with a brand new location at the old Office Max building at Bonita Lake Circle. From boutique clothes, shoes and accessories, children's clothing, spring plants, jewelry, gift items. Come shop and have lunch with Jack Sausage Dogs. The Spring Extravaganza Gift Show, Saturday, April the 23rd from 9 until 4 at the old Office Max building in Meridian. Call Becky at 601-480-1776. April 23rd is when that will all get underway. Hope you can get out and support that. Great thing there. A lot of people love those. So it'll be there. A Canton man is wanted this morning. What'd he do? Well, he escaped custody. They were booking him in Canton, and the door was cracked, and off he ran. He's got more charges charged to him now. They're on the scene trying to make all of that come back together. Ridgeland police had arrested him, Antonio Trent Robertson, 26-year-old man from the Canton area. So hopefully they'll get him back before long. And I mentioned in the headlines, how does anger work? How do people get so mad? Well, we checked this out as a Mississippi woman had an argument with a coworker. They left work, Before long, she took out her gun and shot at her coworker driving down the highway. Kyla Ells, 21, of Batesville, has been arrested by the Oxford Police Department. Ongoing investigation into that, but no one was hurt or injured, but she still shot her coworker's car. That'll cut back on arguments at work, I guarantee you. As you look at this is probably one of the biggest problems that we have in the state of Mississippi. It's so weird that this is headlines this morning because I spoke to someone that used to work in a prison and talked about how people try to sneak in drugs and contraband constantly to inmates. Well, as we've watched the movies, we know it goes on to where somebody goes up to the fence at night and they throws it over the fence. But boy, it gets worse and worse. They were on a stakeout as we go down to the Mississippi coast. As we all know that good inmates get to be on work detail. Well, it got to where the contraband was getting out of hand in Hancock County, and they went on a stakeout to watch. And as the workers done their detail, they noticed that a man every day would drive up to a dumpster and leave something. And the more they put some video surveillance on it, they realized that then the inmates would go pick it up, and then it went to the prison. Another unique way of getting things into prison. But that is a huge problem in the state of Mississippi. Not going to be solved overnight, but they did solve one case of how it was happening there. Again, Hancock County is where that all went on. Maybe they'll put a stop to it one day, but they keep trying new ways to do it. We see it all the time there. Mississippi educators getting that raised. Y'all see that? $5,000 is what they'll get to the teachers. And then teachers' assistants will get a $2,000 pay raise. That equals out roughly to $96 a week for a teacher or $416 gross a month. They deserve a raise, and we all know that. They deal with a lot. So congratulations on them of getting a raise. As we turn to a wreck in the state of Mississippi that claimed a life. Responded to a fatal crash that happened in Amite County. Head-on collision claimed the life of a 66-year-old. Condolences to his family. As I mentioned also, you work all your life, you retire, and you love to fish. And we pass along condolences to a former Wayne County track coach, Andy Bryant, who had been out fishing earlier in the week, lost his life. He drowned while fishing. We pass along condolences to his family. That's a sad thing. Very much. Does anyone, when you get past Tim McGraw and Alan Jackson and people of that name, I don't know a whole lot of the other acts. I know there's other forms of music that people love, but the headline this morning, and maybe y'all know them, the Foo Fighters. Anybody familiar with that group? They have found the drummer of that band in Colombia, the country they're on tour, dead in a hotel room. Turns out drugs were most likely involved in that. They found him in his hotel room dead. But I'm not familiar with him or who the Foo Fighters are, but apparently that's a big group. If you're big on those, you'll know who I'm talking about. Have you paid attention to the young man and the people that were on the ride down in Florida that dropped? They say that even as they went up, the young man didn't feel that it was safe, and he told the guy that was sitting next to him, tell his mom and daddy that he loved him. It would be a few seconds later that he would lose his life as what we believe to be the safety harness not correctly put down. He was thrown 400-something feet and died. Ooh, those rides. But that's just heartfelt. I couldn't get on the ride to begin with. But we pray for him and his family. A bad deal there. Biden, if you'll remember when he was running for office, kept saying that he was going to rule out ever using nuclear weapons. That's not the case now, as the war keeps getting worse and worse in Ukraine. There's a clause that has it to where if the United States sees it to where a country is doing wrong, we would have the right to strike first with a nuclear attack if we deemed it necessary for the goodness of another country. He's no longer saying that. He's changed his tune. Where is this going to go? We don't know. But it is it's scary. It's a mess over there. And as we mentioned yesterday morning on the report with me and Candace, they're already saying a food shortage. Saying go ahead and start stocking up. Get you an extra can of this and that and put it on the shelf. Then as Ukraine's wheat, the fields are going to be destroyed, and it's going to have a big impact on the world supply of food. Just a heads up on that. Seattle, Washington, as we have labeled it, the city without law. We find out this morning that a police officer is dead this morning. He was shot while responding to a call. They did catch the bad guy. That's We have way too much of that going on in the United States now, and y'all know what I'm talking about. We've had this big push from a certain group in the United States to get rid of law enforcement. A lot of these major cities did that. We've got crime on our hands. You can't go there on vacation. And residents of those cities they fear for their life, as we also mentioned yesterday. Did you see that? Did you watch yesterday's show where we talked about Los Angeles, where the LAPD said if you've got jewelry, anything like that, don't wear it. Don't go to town with anything like that because they're afraid, you'll get mugged. Not a whole lot that they can do for you. Yet again, lack of police officers and a presence to scare the criminals. It just goes on and on. Did you ever think we would talk about things like that in the United States? I sure didn't. Let's hope that we can get the country back on track with more police officers and where you feel safe to walk down the street. That's what we're hoping. We certainly do. We've got the threat of severe weather. We're going to check your forecast and let you know exactly what's coming up this weekend today and in the next few days here with what's going on with the weather. So don't rush off. We'll be right back with more.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
If every time the wind blows you get a little leery about a tree over your house, talk to my friends at Reed Tree Service. There's no reason to be worried about a tree crashing through your house. Mike and Jake have years of experience of dealing with trees. It can be as simple as having a limb removed or a tree that is just huge too close to your shop or house. It's not going to cost you anything to have Mike come out and give you an estimate. They're licensed and insured, taking care of East Mississippi and West Alabama. Reed Tree Service. Have tree, will travel. And again, if you've got trees overhanging your house and they bother you, talk to Mike Reed, a good fella. He had a big job going on yesterday in Scuba, cutting down some trees over someone's house. It's best to get those away from them. Those things will get you. But talk to Mike if you've always wanted to get rid of one every time bad weather comes up that it kind of bothers you. Speaking of bad weather, we've got a little bit in the forecast. Right now we're sitting at 41. Again, I said today's great. 71 is the weather, but gusty, do not burn. Let's get into that forecast.
Your forecast is brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Those record highs and record lows, it was 2020. That wasn't but, 2 years ago. High of 89 was set on this date. Back in 1894, what a cold day we had. Low of 25. Woo, that was a chilly day. 1894, but, I wasn't here and you weren't either. As we look at the forecast today, 71 is what we'll get Meridian. As we go northward through Philadelphia, through Scuba and these areas, 70 is what we're looking for. We'll get to about 69 at the Mississippi State area. A tad bit chillier there. As we go out west to Vicksburg, 72. Down to Hattiesburg, a little warmer. Brookhaven, Natchez, 74. Let's cut across that state line into Alabama. As we look at Livingston, Alabama, y'all look to be 70 today. Great weather there, and we'll follow that right along through Geiger and all the way up through Panola, Alabama. 64 in Hamilton. Down to the south there, Selma, Montgomery, 69 as we look at that forecast. Now, as we turn to what's going on today, wildfire conditions as I get this out. Today and tomorrow is going to be kind of hairy, and I know it's the weekend of where you want to clean things up, but hold off until this wind is out of it. This covers Clark County as we move across to Jasper, Newton, Neshoba, Kemper, all the way up taking care of Winston and Noxubee counties on up towards State and Columbus. These are the areas that do not need to burn today. So if you can, hold off a few days there. It'll be time to do this later on. Again, don't thump a cigarette butt out. That might also cause a fire as well. As we look what is coming, we've got wind advisories today in the state of Alabama, Birmingham area for the most part, over Anniston, Gadsden, these areas there, but still breezy from Tuscaloosa all the way back over here to Cuba, Alabama. So y'all keep that in mind also. As we look at what's coming, and again, remember, this is Saturday. The National Weather Service usually doesn't start pushing these agendas until it gets really close. They're already saying that we're going to have some severe weather on Wednesday. It looks like the Meridian area at this point. Yesterday, all of this was a level 2. Today, we see that the west side of the state is already a level 3. All right, the level 2s will take in again from Macon, Mississippi, Louisville, down southward through Philadelphia, all of those areas through House, take in Scuba DeKalb, through Porterville, on down through Lauderdale County, Newton, and Clark County, and Jasper. All of this is a level 2, but as you see here, out to our west, that's at level 3 creeping its way. Can this forecast change over the next few days? Yeah. Now, again, this event's going to be Wednesday afternoon. In the afternoon, as we watch this will be one of those situations that we'll watch. As it gets closer, we'll be able to tell you more about the timeline, what to expect, and how severe it's going to be. But as we well know, these storms can quickly turn into something else. We've all seen it to where they say it's just going to be thunderstorms, and well, it can get nastier. But we'll be here to give you street-by-street coverage of this event. It's a Wednesday afternoon, as we're still 4 days away from this. We'll watch it closely for you to let you know what happens with that. As we move along, this is the temperature-wise what we're looking. As you'll see, a little bit cooler for a few days here. This is the 6 to 10 outlook. As we look over to Georgia and down to Florida, they're extremely warm. We've got cool or above average temperatures, cooler weather there across Texas that's making its way into Mississippi is what we've got. Now let's do the breakdown of what we've got this morning of our forecast of what is expected and how it's going to affect us over the next few days. As I said today, sunshine 70 to 71 is what we'll get, but a gusty day. We've got those 20-mile-an-hour gusts, which is bad for fires. We don't want you to burn. As we get into tonight, it'll be a clear sky, beautiful weather, with a low of about 44 to 45. As we move into Sunday, it couldn't be any better. 75 for that forecast as we all head off to the big church and take care of things. High of 75 to 76. Our low tomorrow night goes down to 47. And look at Monday and the first part of the week is that temperature starts to ease back up. 80 degrees on Monday, 84 on Tuesday, and then we've got our issues there as they put out a 50% chance of thunderstorms on Wednesday, and we probably know that that's already a little bit higher than that with the National Weather Service going. We may have some severe weather moving into that forecast. But again, that's Wednesday afternoon there. We'll dip down 5 degrees lower on Thursday, and by next weekend, we start to see 78-degree weather there. As we roll into the weekend, as we get past April Fool's Day on Friday there, Saturday, the weekend looks to be 71 with a chance of showers in the morning. As we look ahead from that, some 60s after that, then we'll start easing back up about midweek to 78 once again. So we got some ups and downs with the temperatures from anywhere from 60 up to 85. That's all in that forecast with storms in the forecast not long off. So be careful. Keep that in mind. What's going to happen with fishing today? Well, if you're in the wind right, it'll work great for you. As we look at the fishing forecast from Chet's Paint and Body, we go ahead and we look out to this today. Major times today will be around 8:30 to 10:30. As we look to the northwest, the wind, northwest, 5 to 10 miles an hour. Gust as high as 20 miles an hour. So it can mess up your line there if you cast just wrong there. But a great day to fish nonetheless. Just watch that wind and be a part of it there. Hope you'll enjoy yourself. Kind of wraps up everything this morning. Again, as I said, we've got 2 events going on this morning. As we'll have the Allie Cat Run getting underway in about 10 minutes. We've already got things underway at Martin Day. Don't forget, if you need a plate, they got plenty to eat there. It benefits the fire department. And next weekend, as we get Long Creek, will be having their pancake breakfast and some Easter egg hunts already underway next weekend as we head into April. Boy, can you believe it? Easter right around the corner. Still remember those as a kid. I always had to get your new Sunday outfit. Y'all remember that? Does that still happen? The Sunday outfits. Make sure to go to church on Easter is what it's all about. That's right around the corner. I want to say thank you for joining me. Again, a cool morning, 44, high of 71 today is where we're headed to. I do thank y'all for being a part of this, making this such a success. I can't do it without you. Anything that you see, let us know. Inbox us. Let us know what's happening in your part of the community so we can find out and pass along more there. Linda Culpepper, how are you today? Have a great weekend. Hope you're doing there. Scooter McGee. Good to see you, Betsy Holly. Almost said your name wrong, didn't I? Denise Covington is up. She's headed out to the benefit there in Martin also. Jeanette Mars, good to see you. And also Debbie McRae. Good morning from DeKalb. Hope everything's well in DeKalb. I need to come back through. We'll see you soon. Again, thank y'all for being a part of this and making it such a success. It doesn't happen without you. A big thank you to our sponsors. We'll be back with breaking news, I'm sure, before the day is out. Hey, Cornbread. We'll see y'all soon.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by our following partners: